Good morning, Jim.
Good morning,
It
George.
is a pleasure
How are
having you here. Jim Gibson, he is the owner of Radon Removal. Radon is something that is serious in every real estate transaction.
Yes.
So let me ask you a question, Jim.
Sure.
How long have you been in the business?
Close to 30 years.
30 years?
Yes.
30 years doing the same thing or 30 years?
30 years doing the same thing.
Right, see. So what is it that your company does?
We do radon remediation, so when you have a new listing, the home inspector would come in and do a radon test. The realtor or broker would reach out to us if the levels came back high on the listing. So we would put a radon mitigation
But
system.
I have a question. You know, sometimes real estate agents order a radon inspection, buyers order a radon inspection. The radon readings are quite high.
Yes.
But what are the chances of those radon readings being confused with the accumulation of gases from the heating system or from the water heater and then be misread as radon?
So you'll never have a miscommunication in the readings from those kind of devices because it's a radon gas that gets sucked into the charcoal. Only time that you will have a high reading where it will be wrong is if you have a lot of rain or snow during the testing period. It puts pressure on the ground outside, and that's what will give you a fake reading on this. So then I would advise the broker to schedule a retest.
So when there is a radon reading, and the radon reading, whatever it reads,
Right.
low or high, you always advise real estate brokers to order a second reading.
No. So only time I do order one after I review the report is that they had bad weather during the testing period.
Bad weather.
Yes.
So how bad weather could influence a radon reading?
Because it'll put pressure on the ground outside, which will elevate the levels in the house.
I see. Snow, for example,
Yes.
puts pressure on the ground and brings gases up. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, snow, heavy rain. Not light rain, just heavy rain.
Heavy rain too. It is
Right.
amazing. So you wouldn't recommend the radon test to be conducted right after or during heavy snow or heavy rain?
Exactly, but a lot of times the realtors have scheduled home inspections and they don't have a choice to have the inspector come back.
I see. But do you advise real estate agents and brokers?
I do.
I advise that you wait until the...
I do, and what I do compared to other people in my industry is I'll read the report, and if it says that it was heavy rain, I'll advise the realtor to schedule a retest, which we can offer through our network.
You know, I have visited, Jim, many of these properties, and I see some of these motors or devices located in one of the corners of the property, and there's a pipe sticking out. Are those radon remediation devices?
Yes.
That you guys installed after you found a...
Yes. And the job typically takes about 2 to 3 hours to install. Our particular systems are completely dustless when we do the installs, and then you could do a retest in within 5 days.
Now, tell me, what is the procedure? I see the device, it has a fan, right?
Yes.
The fan triggers how often?
So the fan stays on continuously.
Oh, continuous?
24/7.
24/7, 360 days a year?
Yes.
Now, what does it do? Does it extract the gases from the basement, or it is inserted into the soil?
It's inserted into the ground after we core drill it. It sucks the gases out from under the ground and pulls it through the fan out to the top of the roof line.
Is that a new system to remediate radon?
Is it a what?
A new system to remediate
Yes.
radon?
Yes.
How long ago have you been installing this type of equipment?
For about 28 years.
28 years,
Yep.
I see.
Yep.
And you have seen some changes in the...
There's a lot of different changes going on in the industry with fans. You know, our particular systems, everything's made in the USA. We don't use anything from overseas. They're ultra silent.
What creates radon?
Uranium under the ground that breaks down, and that's when the gases come out.
I understand. Which part of the state of New Jersey you find more radon concentrations?
New Jersey's broken up into 3 tiers. North Jersey, Upper North Jersey, Sparta is tier 1, into Somerset County. Your area particularly is really a level 2 area. But since we had the earthquake, we're finding a lot more radon prevalent in other areas that never really had it.
Say that again?
The earthquake.
earthquake.
The earthquake that we
Since
had?
the earthquake a few months ago,
Yes.
you have found that it has disrupted.
The plates under the ground.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we're doing a lot of work in Jersey City right now in Union County. So,
Union County too.
Yep. We're over the years, I wouldn't really go to those areas much.
I see. Now, what has been your challenge dealing with real estate professionals in what relates to radon?
The biggest
Is radon, answer that question, and I have another question
So the
for
biggest challenge is dealing with a realtor who's trying to help their client out, looking for the best price.
Yes.
But it's not always about the price, it's the quality of work. So the realtor doesn't go deep into it, and that's where I try to educate the realtor. We're a few $100s more to have it exactly done professionally.
When you're saying shopping for the best price, what do you mean by
Well,
that?
they're trying to do the best for their client. Every realtor is always trying to do the
but you
best.
know what? I have to tell you one thing, Jim. I have always been against real estate agents trying to save $100,
I agree.
$200. Why? I mean, we're in the real estate business of selling houses. We're not in the real estate business or in the business of saving $100 or $200
I agree
to
with
the
you.
client, and then the client is getting a bad service.
I agree, and they don't realize that. They think they're doing they're doing an injustice to their client when they think they're really helping them. And it's not their fault. They're trying to do the best, but they should just stay in their lane and do what they do best. Because you're never going to see me to try to sell a
They
home.
think they're doing the best.
They think.
It's like when sometimes clients come to me and they, I advise them, submit an offer this way, or let's do this that way,
Right.
or let's negotiate this way. And some of these realtors think that they're representing the best interest of the client by engaging in a confrontation or a fight over $60
I agree
monthly
with you.
mortgage payment or $200 or $300 to get something that is not as good as the services that you provide for what?
And then what will happen is they'll hire company B to do the work. The buyers will come and do a walkthrough and see that it's a disaster. Now that savings they thought they got is going to cost them additional $3,000 to repair it.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, I always advise real estate agents, stick to real estate, negotiate what your client wants, explain and disclose to your client, but stick to your business. Why do you want to negotiate $200, $300 less
It's not worth
from
the
a
time.
radon company or a roofing company for what?
I've dealt with agents from your office. They've researched me. They see me on Google, Facebook, social media. They're calling me because they know I'm a professional in what I do. And they don't even ask me the price. They just tell me, Jim, go do the job.
Do the job, do the best,
Right.
make me look good by
Right.
virtue of performing and delivering
Keep me in
to
the loop with
client
the paperwork.
in a properly
And that's how
way.
it is working with your agents.
Yeah,
Never have one issue, not even a question.
the agent from Premier Home?
Yes, yep.
Very nice.
Yep, and that's how I follow you and your son,
Uh-huh.
because of your agents. So it's just a pleasure working with you guys.
Thank you, I appreciate
Me
it.
too. Thank you.
You know, very good, Jim. Thank you very much.
Well-
And how do people can get in touch with you? What is the name of your company?
Radon Removal,
Radon Removal. And where are you located, Jim?
Central Jersey, by exit 9.
Central Jersey, Radon Removal. There you have it, guys. Always, I mean, you heard from the expert the reasons why it is important to conduct radon tests.
Right. Look forward to working with you guys
Yes,
as always.
Absolutely. I know, absolutely, Jim.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.